Hi, I'm Aiden Nelson, and I'm a junior, and I'm on the Fairmont robotics team.
I'm Amanda Potter, and I go to Fairmont Junior Senior High School as a sophomore, and I am on the robotics team.
What is the purpose of Fairmont Junior Senior High School's robotics team?
So there not necessarily is a purpose to it. There's like every year on a specific day there's a live stream that goes out, and we get what's called the game, and this game is like a set of objectives we have to do, and you get points based on these objectives, and you compete against other teams and with other teams to score the most points.
What made you join the robotics team?
Funny story, I was in a pit orchestra for Beauty and the Beast here at the high school, and we were looking for Matthew, one of our players, and we knew there was robotics practice the same night, so we ran up to the robotics room and we were looking for him. He wasn't there, but Cindy and Sam, our coaches, were just sitting there, and they said that they had a business spot that no one wanted. So I said I'd come back, and then I never stopped coming back.
I joined the robotics team way back in 7th grade. At the time when I was a 7th grader, they had it so the 7th through 12th graders were all on one team before they had this junior high. And so I joined back then, and I joined because I thought it was really cool. And just watching the team at the time when I was 7th grader with their robot, I thought it was like, wow, I could be a part of this. This would be so cool. And I just stuck with it, and I'm still having a great time.
What is your role on this Fairmont Junior Senior High School's robotics team?
My role on the robotics team is I do business. I serve as business lead, and I find all of our sponsors and work with fundraising, and I update our website, as well as manage our media.
I am one of the co-captains of the build team, so we build, we're one of the main ones who build and design the robot. I also am one of the 2 drivers on the team.
What would you say to people looking to join the robotics team?
Everyone is really, really welcoming and so nice. I mean, Sam and Cindy especially, they're incredible. They're great coaches. When I first joined as business lead, the rest of the team was building and coding and doing everything but. And so I eventually kind of migrated towards the business, less of business and more of like a mixture of build and business. So I got to work with the build team as well.
So, for a word of advice to people who want to join but are like scared to join because they feel like they don't know anything, most of us in here came in not knowing anything, and you just, as the year goes on, you learn more and more, and you're able just to put it to use. Like, starting out as a freshman and a 7th grader, you don't know anything, but the more you're in it, the more you learn. Most people come in not knowing how to use a drill. Hey, come join the robotics team. We made it to state more than boys soccer. I measured, but I didn't.
You measured briefly. Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, and then you cut, and then you measured.
I cut.
After you cut,
No,
you measured.
I briefly measured, and then I cut.
And then after you cut, you started to care about how you measured.
Too.
Mystic something, right?
No, it was what was it? No, it was on. I literally had it in my head in woods. No mythic. That's what they were.
It had.
Doing anything.
We made it. That was our latest project. Is our third climber.
We worked on this climber, and then we used it once, and that was so sad.
Well, we tried to use it a couple other times. It's just like when the robots were swinging, it was really hard to.
Because everyone else was just better than us at climbing.
Don't say that. We worked really hard.
Getting up there is hard to do, but getting up to the one we got up to, not as hard. But we were still best at shooting by far.
Our drive base codes were
that was
screwed
funny,
up.
losing the wheel. Yeah.
No, that was not funny.
No,
and then we disconnected, right? It wasn't an impact drill.
Yeah, you joined not knowing
I knew how to use a drill.
Okay, yes, I get that, but there was
you
other
mansplained
stuff.
a drill to me. The first day that
That was Sam.
No,
that was not me.
No, he mansplained socket wrenches to me.
That was socket.
And that was just as bad. But
I think I was doing ironically.
And then there was a bad hole that Hannah drilled, and you blamed it on me. You're like, Amanda, who did this hole? I was like,
I was giving you crap because it was funny.
You assumed it was me.
Because it was funny.
Okay.
What made you join the robotics team?
Funny